Bulls Strong. Inside USF Football is brought to you by Wendy's. Every South Florida game day at Raymond James Stadium is special. But there was a little extra buzz amidst the green and gold family for homecoming. A time to celebrate all the great things about the University of South Florida. The academics, the athletics, the sunshine, and mostly what it all means, wrapped up into the making of a community. Like a magnet, that community pulling people back, like former Bulls Quentin Flowers.
It's time to get it. Got that boy Q in the building. Got that 9 on. It's only right I do what I gotta do.
The former number 9, Flowers, has spent time in the NFL with the Bengals and Colts, but on this day, everyone was a Bull.
There's a lot of confidence here in Tampa following a win last week on the road at UConn.
It was an interesting matchup, the first ever meeting with Brigham Young University.
Spencer Schrader with a kick to begin our game here today. Here's Hall. Pass protection. Can't hold up. And Antonio Greer with the sack for USF. On third, Boyles. Pressure, Boyles the sack. He got there, put him down.
4 different Bulls had quarterback sacks before the first quarter was over.
Again, the sprint right. Bushman avoids the hold call. Hall will not avoid the Bull defense. They're all over him.
BYU managed to score first despite the relentless pursuit and punishing hits dealt by the Bulls. And by halfway through the second quarter, the Cougars looked intent on spoiling homecoming.
From 22, and BYU has a 13-0 lead.
But the Bulls matched their physical play with mental toughness.
Here's Sands on first down, makes a nice cut. Second level, then some. First down, Sands, powerful run. Another first down run for Trayvon Sands. And the Bull offense suddenly is moving in the right direction. McLeod, some time, deep ball, Wilcox has it, touchdown USF, Mitch Wilcox, what a catch.
Refusing to give in to early frustration, the Bulls established some offensive rhythm. They would be especially effective in the ground game the rest of the day.
Here's McLeod, pocket disappears, and he scrambles, looking for the sticks.
Down 16-7 at halftime, South Florida kept plugging away.
Wilcox brings it in, inside the 15 for the Bulls gain 13. Sands. Trayvon Sands, physical with Lee, drags him toward the goal line, just short.
A minor delay for Kerwin Bell's offense, a unit that willed its way into the end zone.
Well, the pile moves forward, maybe, touchdown! How about that?
Jordan Cronkrite's first touchdown of the season pulled the Bulls within 2. BYU kept the heat on, though, and South Florida's special teams had a counterpunch.
Here's Sanders. The return for USF. Bentley Sanders. Look out. There's the block. But he loses his footing.
The Bulls couldn't capitalize and still trailed by 9.
Option look. Pitch. Sanders read that one. Big tackle for loss. Bentley Sanders, big play. Let's see what happens. Here's third down. QB draw. Trouble. Down he goes. Livingston there right away for the sack for the Bulls. Loss of 5.
Charlie Strong's team would pile up 6 sacks for the first time in 7 years, and that relentless pressure helped turn the game around.
Lost a snap. Down he goes. He's hit. And USF's going to be in great shape here in a short field.
The takeaway Bulls entered the game number 2 in the country in recovering fumbles. And Vincent Davis's recovery late in the third quarter set up the fourth quarter comeback.
Joyner featured back. Fakes the pitch. McLeod keeps. End zone touchdown USF. Jordan McLeod is in. And the Bulls are back in business.
Now the homecoming crowd was in full Ray J party mode. They roared as the South Florida defense would shut out the Cougars the rest of the way. For the last 22 minutes and 50 seconds of the game, the Bulls turned BYU aside under some very dramatic circumstances.
And no good. He missed it wide to the left.
But the offense still needed another score.
Cronkite adds to his total. Cronkite free.
Cronkite amped it up with 123 of his 158 yards coming in the second half.
Touchdown, USF! And the Bulls are in front.
They had less than 8 minutes to protect their first lead of the day, and they did it with some of the most clutch plays a defense can make. Brigham Young pressed hard, but this would be a classic case of a bend but don't break performance. The Cougars needed a touchdown, and they got to the Bulls' 8-yard line facing a 3rd and 5.
Speed sweep. Alemehipo leaps one tackler. Roberts trying to shut the door. Macon finishes him off on the sideline.
For the 4th straight game, the Bulls had 10 tackles for losses. This one setting up a 4th down stop.
The Bulls have held.
And they would have to do it one more time with help from their punter.
Kicks to Alemehipo. It is a bomb. Big kick. Takes the hop out of bounds.
And that's exactly what you want. That was a perfect play by Snyder on that punt.
Trent Schneider would break his own school record, averaging just under 53 yards a kick. That 61-yarder had the Cougars back on their own 26.
3rd down. Here comes the heat. Romney hit from behind. Greer with a sack. And the clock is rolling, and there's an injured Cougar.
The injury helped BYU get off one final play, but there was no way the defense was going to wilt now.
Here we go. Romney steps up. End zone. Broken up. Incomplete. And USF wins it. Darren Studstill gets the PBU. And USF gets the WIN.
The 27-23 come-from-behind victory marked the Bulls' 5th straight homecoming win. They will return the visit to Provo, Utah in 2 years to play BYU again. But the first meeting between the two made for lots of smiles. They're on the rise with 3 wins in their last 4 games. It was a great homecoming game for former Bulls, current Bulls, and future Bulls.